Hi everyone! So for my Final Homago Project, I decided to do it on Edpuzzle. I wanted to find something that would help make videos more engaging because I know with e-learning and hybrid learning, a lot of teachers have been using videos to help with lessons. So I felt that finding something that make it more engaging would be very helpful for middle school students. Highlights of this specific app that I'll get into more are that it has curriculum curated content. You have the ability to connect with the school community and you can access other school communities. Ability to use different forms of questions, creation of notes, voiceovers, ability to use user created videos, and you can integrate learning management systems and Google Classrooms with this specific app. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial of how it works. First, get onto Edpuzzle. You can see different trending. I flagged history and social studies is something that I was interested in. So I've got some recommendations here of different videos I can use to create questions with for students. They have it for Illinois specifically, other trending in the US. But really what you get to do, this is pretty cool, you can choose what you are working on, what topic. So you can go to view content for middle school and you can see all these different disciplines. So you can look social studies, if you want to look at geography specifically, Geography Now. So here you have all of the Geography Now videos from their YouTube where you can go in and create different questions to cognitively assess the student while they watch this video. So I'm going to show you some of the content I have made. I went through and found a video about westward expansion, and I'll show you some of the different questions that I created. So this specific video focuses a lot on how the Native Americans were removed from their homes and forced off their land. So I decided that to put throughout the video different open-ended questions because I think a lot of times they're more effective in having students really demonstrate what they are understanding. Whoops. So the first question I put on here, how would you feel if you were forced to leave where you lived? How would you react? So you can have questions that follow along with the video, and it is a very great idea. You can also go to edit here. You can create multiple choice questions too. So if I go to questions, I can do multiple choice. I can add notes throughout the video, and then here you can see you can do voiceovers, but not with YouTube. But the nice thing about this is that with Edpuzzle, you can upload your own videos and then take those videos and add the questions to it. So I can create a video, put it on YouTube, and then put little questions in it. And I really feel like that would help create some sort of discussion, even when students aren't actually able to discuss if they aren't in class. There's also a gradebook section, so you can see how students did on their different work if it's multiple choice, or you can go in and grade students. And then you can put in multiple classes. I just have a test class here. But that is a general overview of Edpuzzle. So the different benefits and constraints that I've found specifically with Edpuzzle is that for benefits, you have the ability to formally assess students while they're watching the videos. I think a lot of times it can be challenging for students to watch it and then go back and try and figure out where in the video I was specifically looking for the answers from, and I think it can be effective to watch it and then go back and try and figure out where in the video I was specifically looking for the answers from, and I think it can be effective in helping students figure out where they should look for the answers and to just make sure that they are understanding the content as they learn it. I also think another benefit is the multiple video curriculum topics that you can access, and you can use it for educational videos from multiple websites. So we do see a lot of YouTube videos used on there, but you can actually use different things from History Channel, BBC, and different sorts of platforms to choose videos from to show to students. You also using grades and data stored within the website, I feel like that is a huge benefit for teachers. I feel like that would make grading a lot effective. The constraints that I found with this specific website is that if you are planning to use a YouTube video, you could encounter issues if the schools block that. I'm not sure how that would work specifically. So that could cause some problems. But if you can find a way to address that, I feel like you can move past that. And then another thing I would say is there's minimal gamification. So through Homago, I found a few websites that really focused on making videos more gamey and adding some sort of competition, think like Kahoot, that really helps students stay engaged. I really like this website, and I feel like they could eventually add on to this website with that, and I think if they did that, that would be really interesting and helpful. So I hope they eventually do that, because that would make it a lot more fun. So the pedagogy I have for this is when I'm looking at e-learning specifically, I feel like paying attention can be very difficult while they're at home, while they're distracted by their friends, well, not their friends, their families, pets, anything around them. So I feel like I've seen a lot of teachers using video lessons, and my biggest thing would be, how do we keep the students engaged when you watch those? Because if anyone with attention problems looks at that, they know that it's kind of challenging. So I feel like Edpuzzle helps by giving a means to formatively assess students during video lessons, and it also creates engagement and accountability. I would say it does that more than even having them answer questions after they watch a video, because they have to do it in the moment and they're responsible for answering those questions in the moment. So I feel like that adds, I guess, a little more urgency to answer it and be responsible for the questions and the work they need to do. So my biggest plan for using this website in the classroom is through asynchronous work. So many current remote and hybrid models include an asynchronous workday, meaning students are working independently that day. In my clinical, they had Monday completely asynchronous when they were hybrid, and they still did that once they went fully remote, and it was just one day where there was no direct instruction, not through Zoom or anything. The students just had video lessons, and they were responsible for doing those and getting the work done alone. At my student teaching placement, I talked to my CT, and she also said that they were doing one asynchronous work day a week. So my plan is that once a week, during that asynchronous work time, students will be able to complete an Edpuzzle assignment on a specific topic, whatever the topic is for that week. And by being able to do this, I feel like it will give students more of ability to discuss, especially with those open-ended questions, the material, even when they're working alone. I know a lot of students might feel like they're not really getting much interaction on those days, and by being able to give their feedback directly while they're watching it, I feel like that would really benefit students throughout e-learning. And I think doing this once a week all throughout times of e-learning or hybrid models would really be helpful to students at this current moment in time. So my overall thoughts on using Edpuzzle is that I think it would be a really engaging and helpful tool in the classroom, especially with e-learning and hybrid learning. I think using it during asynchronous work days would allow students to feel more engaged and to feel as if they really are interacting with their work on days where they're not really interacting with their peers. So I feel like this would be an awesome tool, especially right now during the pandemic. And I look forward to using this in my classroom.